Hey, what is up, y'all? Good. I'll get it right. I can't point that way. There we go. Got the right graphic this time. Welcome, everybody, to Game Day with Heavy Cardboard, or Lunchtime with Heavy Cardboard, where we play predominantly thinky fillers. And apparently, that's the one type of game I can win. So there's that. I am your host, Edward Euler. Happy to be joined by a recognizable face.
I'm Jess.
All right. Today, we are bringing y'all a quartet of fillers. This is the third of the 4 streams that we are going to be doing. And this one actually is, you have the little baggie, Greener, designed by Nestor. And originally published by Nestor Games. For those that are familiar with Nestor, his full name, I believe, Nestor Romero Andres. Nestor. He does some really clever abstract thinky fillers, and these, the ones that we have, are published by XV Games. So welcome everybody, as I said, watching live as well as after the fact. Before we get started, big thank you to all of our patrons as well as all of y'all watching live and after the fact. Thanks for supporting the show. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. And you can go to pledgehc.com, support the show there as well. So, Greener, you can actually play this on the back of the bag, although we have found that this one can get a little wonky with the back of the bag because the board is technically on the back of the bag that all the components come in, and the rule book, or rule page, as it were, that's it, also comes in there. So what they have is there is a printout that you can use to make it flatter. We decided to go with that for this one.
Just lets the pyramids lay out a little bit better.
Yeah. It's more usable, I think.
But it's a nice bag.
It is. It's felt. What is that, velvet? All right. Cool. All right, let's get into it, shall we? There we go. All right, so Greener. 2-player, 10-minute little thinky abstract, all right? So how this is going to be, normally you would randomly set the board up on all of these solid green spaces out there with the various pyramids. So I am playing black, Jess is playing white, and then we have the neutrals, or the actual victory point pyramids, which are the green ones, as you can see here. We're gonna actually play with the advanced setup rules on this, but that's easy enough. So I think what we'll do is we'll actually do the advanced setup rules, we'll set the board up, and then we'll explain how to play, all right? So how the advanced setup rules work are each player takes turns placing pyramids of their own color on the board, and then all the empty spots get filled in with green ones. So if you would like the honor, you may place your first one anywhere on the solid green spaces out there. And I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time thinking about this, so I'm basically going to try and mirror in a lot of ways.
Because I don't know what I'm doing, so you probably shouldn't do that.
Okay, well, the mirroring has stopped.
Good.
There we go.
I think you have a better plan than I do. What are you doing? Don't come after me. Oh, gosh. Wow, you're mean.
Not mean. I really don't have a really good plan on
I think
this,
he does. He's lying. I don't know what to do.
This will give, it'll have more context once we actually get started.
Oh, gosh, why? You're so... I don't know. This seems terrible.
It always does to you, though. Always, always, always. And for the last one, that looks good. All right, so now every other green space, we just put in with the victory point pyramids. And once that's done, all right, so the game is set up. All right, so we are going to take turns alternating moving stacks that you control, meaning of your color. So with me being black as an example, I can choose one of the black-topped pyramids here to eat another stack. You must always move orthogonally adjacent, meaning you either move vertically or you move horizontally. So for instance, if I were to choose this pyramid right here, I could choose to eat this one, or this one. You must always move in a straight line until you eat something. If it cannot eat, it cannot move. That is the key part of this game. If it cannot eat, it cannot move, so it must. So for instance, if I were to do something like this, there, you'll notice that I have eaten that green one. Green ones are worth 1 point. Everything else is worth no points at the end of the game. So I take my turn like that, then Jess comes in and maybe she does something like that. So there, she has now eaten mine, as you can see. So I no longer control this one, but she will be the one that scores the 1 point if hers is on top at the end of the game. So then, obviously, I cannot choose this one to move at this point because it's no longer mine. So then it's a matter of maybe I do something like this, and then Jess does something like that, et cetera, et cetera. You keep going, and you continue to move in straight lines. So this one, you'll notice, it does not have a space here, does not have a space here, but it can continue to move all the way to eat this one, or could eat her own, eat your young, if you will, if you wish. Maybe not the best move, but there you go. Those are the options. Those are the games. The game continues until both players have consecutively passed because they have no valid movements. That's greener. Any questions, Jess?
No.
There you go. At the end of the game, whoever has the most green cones under their control wins the game. All right? All right. What is the official start on this one? Let's see. I do not see one.
Oh, hi, Dave.
The universal, here, put it. I don't think it registered yours.
Well, not alive.
All right. J-Rex goes first. There we go. Hey, David. All right. No kangaroos. I actually thought about breaking out the PTZ camera for this one just because kind of at a side view, chose against it. So I realize you guys won't be able, you'll have to, it'll be a bit of a memory game for you guys for what
It'll
we've
be
eaten.
a surprise.
Right?
For
There
what
we
we've
go.
eaten.
Yep.
Where do I want to go right away?
There we go. That looks better. Yeah. That was aggressive. There's no need for all that noise.
Right.
Not how I expected this to start. Fine. How you like them apples? Hey, Kevin. So I'm curious, of the 3 games that we've played so far today, have any of you guys played any of them? Have you heard of any of them? Oh, that was dumb. Advantage Jess in this one, I have a feeling.
I don't know that that is true.
There's a reason I doubled up and now I'm failing. That's awesome. I got 3 of hers. That's worth 0 points.
This is true.
There you go. That's the name of this game, actually, Vincent. Nom 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 nom. The game. Oh, come on. Okay, wake up. And for those scoring at home, the current score is 0-0. David was wondering how you chose your games. Is this one sponsored? Nope. Would have said as much. How do we choose them? Games that we find interesting. For one reason or another, we stream. They're not always the best games. Some are better than others. We picked up a whole host of them at Essen, and some of which will be streamed. Some will be mentioned on the podcast. Some will be reviewed on the podcast. So there we go.
All the things. Gosh.
False start, Jess. Okay, I had a plan. Now where'd it go? There it is. 1-1 right now. Jess just ate one there. I ate one there. All the others have not eaten. Well, points anyways. Eat and get eaten world, yes. Of the three that we've played, this feels the most chess-like, somewhat.
You said that last time.
Yeah, it definitely gives that feel to it. It's now 2-2. There and there for Jess, those two for me. I keep thinking of these as rooks, and you're trying to back up your rooks to protect them, like in chess. So just even though they're pyramids and not castles, but. Nope, that would have been a colossal mistake. Thinking of moving this to there. That would have been really bad. Alexander says this vaguely reminds him of Zertz. Is that part of the, there's a series, I forget the name, I can't think of it off the top of my head, Alexander. Like a series of 3 games. They were all capital letters. You know what?
Luke.
Okay, all right.
Go you.
Yeah. Okay. See if this is a Huge mistake.
No, that was what you should have done.
That is a really, really tall tower that has 3 green on it now. This guy right here.
Ugh, that's unfortunate. I was hoping you'd do something else.
GIF series, there you go. Run away, run away.
Get him there now.
What do we do? Yeah.
Jerk.
It's a term of endearment. Normally. I didn't for this one, Robert. I apologize. I probably should have, but the PTZ camera.
Dang. I think you get all the points. There's nothing else I can do.
I think you're right.
Well, this shows how bad Jess is at filler.
There.
Yeah.
And then you have to move if you can.
Yeah, which I can do that.
There you go.
0.
So there's that.
Yeah. They didn't need
There's
the
that.
PTZ camera.
Yeah. So. Hey, you haven't slept. That's all right. It was a long
I don't
night
think I
last
can use
night,
that as an
so.
excuse. Neither did you.
Yeah, this is a clever game. I have no experience with the GIF series and all of those. Who was it? Chris Berm. I've seen them all over. I just, for whatever reason, have not gotten around to playing them. But this feels far more clever than it looks like on the surface. I'm amazed at how you can come up with something this simple and have just such a clever game made
So
out
you've
of
never
it.
played Pyramid Arcade, right?
I have not. I have it, and I've meant to, have not yet.
So Pyramid Arcade, for those who aren't familiar, uses these types of, if you want to go back down.
Sure.
Uses these types of pyramids. There's 3 different sizes in the Pyramid Arcade box, and it's by Looney Labs. What they did was they came up with the concept. These pyramids have been around for centuries, at least a century.
Well,
And so they've been used in games, and so they came up with this thing where they went through thousands of different game ideas with these pyramids and had people vote and came up with the top 40. So that's what's in Pyramid Arcade.
so it's just a bunch of mini games, kind of?
Mechanism, you know, it's these pieces, and then you have a book of 40 different games. And I played the best game of rock, paper, scissors I've ever played in my life. You know, when the people are like, oh, another chess variant? This is a rock, paper, scissors variant that's amazing. And it was so good, this was at PAX East like 3 years ago, that everybody at the table bought the game immediately. And this is using those components. So I love that this is in that line and that you could use this for greener or a million other things because pyramids have been around forever. So I like it. It doesn't mean I'm good at it, but...
and for full disclosure, it's funny, I've won these today and Jess won the last time we played. So yeah, it doesn't mean I'm good at it. I just happen to be good right now at it is all that means. So yeah, I like it. I think this is, of the three that we've played thus far, I would put this as my favorite between them. But probably this is the most thinky of the three so far as well, with one more to go. How about you? How would you rank these? Or do you want to wait until after the last one?
Yeah, we'll wait.
Okay, all right. So there you go. That's Greener by XV Games, as well as Nestor Games. So thanks to XV for giving us all of these so we can bring them to y'all today. That said, we will be back, let's see, 12:24, let's call it 12:35, 10 minutes? 10 minutes, we'll be back. Don't forget to like, subscribe down below. Go to pledgehc.com, join the herd back there. If you think what we do here on the show is worth supporting, definitely would appreciate it. That said, 3 of the 4 done. We'll see y'all in 10 minutes with Wizard's Garden. I'm Edward.
And Jess.
All right, we'll see y'all in a couple minutes. That was fun. Not because whatever.
Annihilated.
No, yeah, well, yeah. Just my day. Call it that.